Football season's a reminder that men are perfectly capable and intelligent, okay? Because it does not make sense that a man who cannot remember your birthday can suddenly remember extensive stats of different players to the point where he can draft an entire team based off of his knowledge to then bet on in his fantasy football league. And now that we're talking about this league, you cannot tell me that a man who is unable to organize his time to split household chores with you is the same man who is suddenly able to be organized enough to one, find a league to join, two, draft a team, three, set weekly lineups, and four, then create a schedule to watch these games. And let's not forget that a football game can go over 3 hours, and this is if he is just watching one game. Weaponized incompetence continues to allow men to benefit off of the unpaid labor of
Septum theory. These women are miserable, absolutely miserable. Sometimes women show their lack of empathy, their lack of understanding. But of course they don't understand because they're man haters, right? Absolute utter man haters. They can build a whole platform of just only hating men, right? When it's funny when all these women try to promote decentering men, but honestly, their content is all about men, and all about shitting on men. You know, when you seem to not understand, the psyche of a lot of men. When most men, their birthdays are neglected, not cared about, forgotten, and not celebrated. Most men don't feel the importance of birthdays. Most men don't feel the importance of birthdays because honestly, their birthday has never been important. So men just don't think about it. Men don't think about birthdays like that. Okay? But no, women don't care. Women don't bother to understand men's psyche. Oh, why does he not even celebrate his own birthday? A lot of men forget their birthdays. So no wonder he would not care about holidays. When honestly, people don't celebrate holidays with men. People don't gift men shit, not in general, right? So a lot of times, a lot of holidays, a lot of things, a lot of these special things, men tend to not put into memory because honestly, throughout men's life, it's not been enjoyable. It hasn't been enjoyable, right? It hasn't been something worth remembering. But God forbid women actually understand men. And then talk about weaponizing competence. It's absolutely ridiculous when you can say the same thing about women. Men and women are not that different in certain situations, particularly, men do something but women never do it. Of course women do shit like this, right? Of course women could forget, special times for men. Of course women can put very little effort into certain things. Dating scene, women put practically no effort. But that's okay, right? It's okay for a woman not to pay for a date. It's okay for a woman to, barely put any effort in like moving conversation along. It's just like we neglect that both sides can do the same thing. Both sides have done the same thing. And it's just tiring with these feminists. It really is, right? These man-hating women that create, decent size to really big platforms purely based on hating men. It's tiring.
This might ruffle some feathers, but men don't like women. They just like ugly women because anything that is inherently feminine or girly or embodies just being a girl, men hate it, they downplay it, they make fun of it, they mock it, and they're disgusted by it. Whether that's girls being excited or gossiping or doing makeup, like anything, like they hate it, they make fun of it, women are emotional, blah, 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 blah. And it's just funny because they don't like women, they don't like being around women, they hate women, they just want to fuck us. And I know anytime I make a video that's similar to this, I get comments from men being like, who turned you down, or someone's bitter, or whatever, blah, blah. It's always the same. And it's just like, you're like, this is exactly what I mean. Like, yes, obviously not all men. I have met men that are great and wonderful, but like, you don't like women. Most of these men do not like women. They don't respect women at all. And it's crazy.
Imagine if I came on this, right? And said, you know what? Women just want to use men. Women don't respect men, right? Women only, because women don't like, men's hobbies, sports, fighting, playing video games, right? Because women play that down, saying that's toxic, saying that's a waste of time, right? It shows you that women hate men. Women only want to use men. Wouldn't that make me sound bitter, delusional, idiotic? Just because you don't have the same hobbies or same passions and views doesn't mean you hate another group or you disrespecting another group. This shit is tiring. It really is tiring. Right? Even from her own mouth, she said, plenty of men that, aren't like that. But you know what? Men hate men. It's like, this is the problem with a lot of women where they have been traumatized to the point where they see all men the same. Because here's the thing where a lot of women, in my honest opinion, with their point of view, their ideology is always based on, let's say, a man she dated, one man, maybe two, maybe three, maybe five, right? But that's it. And then the few, very few men you dated, you then see all men exactly like the men that you chose. And that's the insanity of it, right? It's like if a man does it too, right? Where if a woman cheats on him, right? The woman he chose cheated on him. Now he says all women are cheaters. Wouldn't people say that that's stupid? And yet women do this constantly, right? The men they pick, the men that they pick and hurt them, they think all men do that. It's like absolutely tiring. This man-hating, desire of women is absolutely. This is why I've said this before. If women were men, they would be incels, because a lot of women have their mindset is no different than incels, right? Because that's why femcells are a thing. They just hate men, anything and everything. It's tiring. Oh, I was like this, right? Hate. If men actually hated women and just cared them by sex, right? No man would lay his life down for a woman, right? No man will go broke for a woman. No man would get in a fight for a woman. No man would do shit for a woman, right? I mean, like, you could just pay for it, right? A few $100s, boom, I'm done. If only cared about sex, no man would get in a relationship, because he would just pay for it. He would just pay for it, because what's the difference? He doesn't like her. He doesn't like being around her. He just might as well just pay for it to have sex. Because even in relationships, you still have to pay for it, right? But you get the added, hate, right? The added hate of being around her 24/7. So you might as well just pay for it and not deal with all the stuff. But men do. This is just tiring.
I had an experience today where a man that I never met a day in my life, I was running errands, walked up to me and said, "Hey, light skin, I'm trying to get at you." I ignored him, walked the other direction, okay? Because I could have said a lot of other stuff, but I wasn't going to do that, okay? Because there are cases where men throw acid and stuff in women's face if they say no. So I usually don't engage and just walk in a different direction or just do what I need to do. When I walked out the grocery store, this man ran after me to my car and was upset by the fact that I would not engage him. Women really need to understand that most men are looking to take from you.
This is the funniness. I find a lot of women like this just ridiculous, because when you say most, yet your example is one, it's tiring. When I feel like this is so common with a lot of women, where most women don't even interact with most men. We have a population of over 160 million men alone. In my honest opinion, most women do not even deal with more than 100 men throughout their life. Honest opinion, right? Truly deal with. And yet, if a bad thing, one bad apple, right, comes out and really does something really terrible to you, you view that as all men do it. And I get it. We constantly highlight the bad things. I do understand that mindset with a lot of people, right? If something bad happens, we constantly, equate all. But this is the problem with this, right? Because women never put this where you that logic or anything else. Imagine how white people are, right? If they interacted with one bad apple black person, would you agree with that then? If they say, "Oh, black people are terrible, ghetto, violent," would you do that? Right? Imagine this is a white person coming on the line and saying, "Oh, this black person harassed me," and then said, "You know what? Majority of black people are violent." Would you support that? Would you support that logic? No. If a man comes on this and said, "You know what? This woman cheated on me, took half of my money," and then said, "You know what? All women are gold digging 304s." Would you agree with that? No. Yet it is okay to view men as a monolith. It is okay to, use one bad apple, even a dozen, even whatever, right? 100, 1,000, 100,000, 300,000 bad apples, right? You think that's a lot, but again, in totality, there's over 100 million men. But use a small percent of men to blanket all men, or even the majority of men. And yet you cannot, in this day and age, use that same logic for anything else, for any other group. Can't do that for minorities. Can't do that for the alphabet people. Can't even do that for women. Yet men, it's okay. It is okay to blanket all men with any, all men are predators, all men are violent, all men are criminals, all men are dangerous, all men are this, and all men are that. Yet we can't do that for anything else. Why is that? Right? Why is that? Why can't we use the example of the minority for the majority when it comes to anything else? We are encouraged, because these people get big platforms, we are encouraged to insult men, to belittle men, to ridicule men. It is tiring.
This man just sent me the money for my denim Telfar duffel and to get my hair done tomorrow, and I still don't like him.
Great flex. Great flex. Cool, right? I've said this before where I don't blame women for digging that gold. If there's a stupid man out there that allows you to dig that gold, go for it. At the end of the day, these shit like this is why I have no sympathy for weak men, right? You know, the men, when women come here and say like, why aren't men approaching? Why are men pushing coffee dates? Why men? Those are the men I support, right? Those are the men that have boundaries, right? The men that, you know, would bend over backwards for a woman, okay? When honestly she cannot give a shit about you. Is that, you know, when she shows you how much disdain she has for you, how little care she has for you. Well, that's what you get. Like women say, you know, why do men, you know, women say, why are men like this in the dating market? Exhibit A. Right? It's like now men, or certain men, now having boundaries, standards. Okay, they're not dealing with it. They have expectations. You want equality, you're getting it. You wanted to fight gender norms. Well, men are doing it too. This is the thing where I said this before. Men didn't change. Men adapted. Women changed. Women changed the status quo. Thanks to feminism, thanks to women's, you know, actions and words, they changed the status quo. Men have only adapted. And this is the results of women changing the status quo. Accepted. Now, like I said, I don't blame women for digging that gold, and I don't sympathize for men that have no boundaries, right? No self-respect, no care for himself, right? You want to spend that money on her? Fine. Right? You want to spend money on women that don't like him? Cool, right? But why I don't have no sympathy is he has no right to complain about women being gold diggers, you know, being users, because honestly, you allow it. The only thing I've always believed 100% accountability. The only thing you control is yourself. So whatever happens, you allowed it. No one forced you to do what you did. So yeah, I mean, great, but it ain't a flex. It ain't a flex getting attention from men you don't want.
This apology is for all men because I am sitting here struggling with probably some of the worst cramps of my life. And to think that's just a fraction of what you guys go through when you have a cold, that I feel like I've just been so insensitive. And literally all I can say is I'm sorry.
Then stop being a woman, right? Extract your womb, right? Have a hysterectomy. Transfer, right? Transfer. This is the thing where I don't understand this need of women, okay? This need of women to play this, I don't know, comparison game, or play this one-up game, or just play these games. Because men don't come out here and say, oh, you know, I don't know, women need to feel what it is to get kicked in the balls, or, you know, the struggle. I mean, it's like, why do you complain about being a woman? It's like you're complaining about being a woman. You don't have to. In this day and age, you can transfer, right? You can change. You don't have to be a woman. Men, it's like women need to compare and contrast each other. Why? Men are not out here doing the same, but yet women, it's like, it is a world that you're not changing, right? Because in today's day and age, you don't have to be a woman. You don't have to be a woman. If it's so terrible, right? If it's so terrible to be a woman, why don't you change? Because here you are complaining about your cramps. Great, it's biology. I mean, what do you want men to do? This kind of way of thinking, this kind of way of thought. What do you want men to do about that? Men aren't. I really don't. Men are. I don't. In my personal opinion, and this is just my personal opinion, I've never heard a man belittle women's, you know, time of the month. Men that have dated women know that it is a struggle. Men are not saying that, oh, it's nothing. I don't know. Please show me the example of men saying that women's time of the month is nothing, right? That it's not, you know, it's not a struggle for them. Men may not able to, you know, sympathize or know the feeling of it, but men don't say that, you know. I mean, like, when men are experiencing something, they're not thinking, I wish women would understand that feeling. Or women don't understand this feeling. I need to compare. It's like, what? It's like, what is what is up with your obsession? What is up with your obsession that you bring men into? It's like, if you're feeling a cramp, you need to compare it to men. What? Why?
I wanted to prove to you that not all men are bad. You fucking what? They're all rapists. All of them. All of them. All of them. Even the good ones. Even the ones who are emotionally mature. The ones who've done so much spiritual growth and learning. He let me have sex with him, knowing my trauma, knowing that I was a rape survivor, and then felt so bad. So bad that he thought he should be honest. But only when prompted. Only when prompted. I don't want to lie to you. I have raped someone. But you still had sex with me. But you still had sex with a rape survivor.
So, the way you prove to the world that all men aren't bad is that you gave your body to a man that you aren't in a relationship with. That I guarantee you probably barely knew him. That's how you prove that all men aren't bad, by giving your bodies to men you barely know, to men that you aren't in a relationship with. Make that make sense. To prove that all men aren't bad, you participate in hookup culture, a part of society that's very toxic in itself. That's how you prove it. Not the smarter way to prove that not all men are bad is that, you know what, how about get to know men? How about vet men properly? How about, be respectful with your body and save it for in a relationship with a man that you trust, a man that you love, a man that you actually vetted, a man that you actually been on dates with. It's like, I swear, it's like women purposely ignore red flags. They purposely do the most stupidest shit so they can push their own whatever narrative. I honestly believe that not all women, but a lot of women want to be victims. They purposely want to be victims because it gives them a purpose, or it gives them validation, because now she can go online and cry to the world, and then women will, oh, men are terrible, men are evil, just give her validation. Oh, I'm so sorry, what happened to you, and all this stuff. You were a victim. So what you do to prove that all men aren't predators is that you just gave your body to just men you barely know. Instead of, if you were a victim, instead of doing it smarter, well, you know what? I value my body. I value my body. So I'm not just going to give it to just any man. And any man that didn't earn it. Earn it. I said this before, where the most prized treasure a woman can give a man, her body, her womb. Yet women today do not treasure it. So if you don't treasure it, why would men do it? Why would men treasure that shit? Men just use it. Men just make you a baby mama and just on their way. Men just use your body, right? And on their way. Because women do not value their body nor their womb. You see it, she just, not even her man. She didn't even give her body to her man. She didn't give her body to a man that earned it. He dated her. He courted her. He showed you who he is through time and effort. No. You know what? Any man I barely know, man, if he's attractive, he says a lot of shit, here, you can have my body. And then you're surprised. You're surprised that, you know what, after now you're learning more about him. Oh, he said something that, you know what, is hurtful. Yeah, it's this is what I'm saying, where women need fathers. Women need good fathers. Women need good male guidance. Because that was stupid.
I feel like one of the nuances missing from the women aren't dating anymore, women aren't in their dating pool, they're leaving men, is that ain't no fine shit out here, okay? The men are ugly. They look tired, smelly, gross, okay? Nothing. When was the last time you saw a hot-ass man in person? Quickly.
Dating statistics have shown that most women find most men unattractive. Fine. It is the reality of men. Men have to deal with that. Women find most men unattractive. But what I find, the nuance and the things that I'm not talking about is that this is the problem where I find more women than ever are egotistical, narcissistic, are absolutely, utterly superficial. Fine, you want to date attractive men, cool. But here's the thing where I find women they want an attractive man. They want him also financially stable or financially wealthy. They also want him charming. They also want him to be morally sound, right? Monogamous, doesn't cheat, doesn't lie, right? She also wants him to be funny. She also wants him to be a certain height. It's like, when does it stop? When is it ever enough for women? Fine, you want this man, you find very few men attractive, but then the few men that are attractive, you also want more of him. More to him, right? It's not enough. Attraction is still not enough. And what I find is that it's like the audacity, the entitlement of so many average, and sometimes below average women are so amazingly egotistical, cocky, narcissistic. Find shit out there? Who are you? You are average at best. And then you think that you qualify for fine shit? You think you qualify for the 8s and the 9s, right? When, in all honesty, you're not even come close to that kind of rating. this it's the thing where I'm not even bashing her looks, because average is perfectly fine. But the problem is that so many women and having self-esteem is great, but their self-esteem borderlines are narcissistic, egotistical, ego, right? Heavy ego. And it's like, who are you to think that you can qualify for fine shit if there is out there? And again, fine. Once you find fine shit, then you realize that these good-looking men only want to use you, have sex with you, but honestly don't want to commit to you because you really aren't on his level, attraction-wise, or you don't have any other qualities. So he only want to use you for your body. And then you complain, men ain't shit, men only cheat, men don't want to commit. Well, guess what? He only wanted to have sex with you because you are easy lay. You wanted fine men, so fine men, kind to you, but only want to have sex with you because honestly, it will be embarrassing to be with you. But again, my main thing is the ego. It's just going back to so many women, so many average women find average men not on their level. That is insane to me. That is insane to me, because at the end of the day, are you attracting these fine ass men, or are you attracting men on your level? So I find it odd or interesting that so many average women are putting down average men, and then putting them down in such an unrealistic way. There's not enough good-looking men out there. But God, you're not beautiful. You're not good-looking. You're average at best. And then to have the entitlement, the audacity to care or put down men's attraction level when you would not like the same feeling, the same action in return. But women don't care. Women are fine with putting down men's looks. But guess what? If men do that to women, now that's misogynistic.
Women are weaker, less intelligent, and inferior to men in all ways, so we should probably subjugate them. Yeah, I don't think I like men. Well, that's mean. So
I wonder, do the majority of women, or the majority of women that think like this, are they constantly living in the 1950s? Because it's like, who's subjugating you? In 2025, who is subjugating you? It's like, this is the thing where, this is why I think feminism is idiotic in the Western world, okay? What rights are you fighting for? Who's subjugating you? Who's forcing you to do things you don't want to do? Okay, you name it, right? Let's say the reproductive rights. Go to a different state. No one's forcing you to do what you don't want to do. You can leave. You have the freedom to leave. And it's like, even these states, you can find places that can give you the supposed reproductive rights you think you want. But it's just like, I find it funny that women are constantly, their mind are constantly in the state where they wish they live in the 1920s. I believe so. I believe a lot of women, especially feminists, constantly wish they lived in the 1950s. So they have good reasons, right? Good reasons to fight for women's rights, because they don't know what they're fighting for right now. So they're just saying whatever they want to say, right? Don't make sense, but they want to say whatever. So it's like, what the hell are you doing? Because women are 100% in control their autonomy. 100%. No one's controlling women doing anything. And yet they still complain. And they use stupid ideology, subjugation. Who the fuck is subjugating you? Okay? It's like, I swear, I think feminism, I think we should deport them to the Middle East, so they have more, actual reasons to fight for, right? More, their fight makes more sense. And here's the thing, where I think women have more power than men, particularly in the dating market. Women pick the men. Men really, they can't force any women to date them. So, women have more power in the dating market. Yet, women still find reasons to complain.
Beat him. Put your hands on him. I'm not the friend that you call when your man is acting up, because I'm going to tell you to put your hands on him. I'm going to tell you to beat him, because what else can I say?
Could you not say leave him? Are you not that kind of friend? Okay, you beat him, then what? And he beats you, so you beat each other. That's the type of friend you are. Beat on each other. Okay? If he's violent to you, you be violent to him. Instead of leave. Just leave. Like, this is something that I find weird with women. Do you listen to the words you say? Could you actually, this is something that I wish women would do, right? A lot of women, especially the feminists or the women that makes content. Think about your words, okay? Imagine your words coming out the mouth of a man, okay? Switch it up too, right? Switch it up. If he said for you to, if a friend said, my girl is acting up, what would I tell him? Lay your hands on her. Would you condone that? Would you back that up? Because he's just repeating what you said, right? Is that logical to you? Is that fine to you? You'd be on board for that. It's like, this is a funny thing when if men say the same thing that women say, said men will be labeled misogynist, incels, and just terrible men. Yet, coming out of a woman's mouth is acceptable. It's logical. It makes sense. I sometimes, like, because this is what I heard a little while ago, and I'm forever thinking of this. If women were men, the majority of them would be incels. The majority of them. If women were men, the majority of them would be incels. What people consider incels today, right? Misogynist, just terrible people, right? Lack of accountability. And you see that, especially with the online women. Especially online women. Majority of them would be incels. Majority of them, society would label them incels. And here's the thing, right? Another thing that I thought of, or I thought was interesting. If women had men's strength, combine that with women's irrationality, their emotional instability, women would be dangerous. Women would be dangerous. They would be definitely outnumber men in violence because they can't control their emotions. They can't control their thoughts. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane that you thought that was a good idea to say online. Absolutely insane that you thought that was a good message to, shoot to the masses. That you're the type of person to tell another woman to lay her hands on a man. And this is the thing, right? This is the thing. 70% of non-reciprocal violence, domestic violence, is committed by women. What does that mean? 70% of one-way domestic violence is committed by women against men. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I will say he fucking raped me. I'm not kidding. He wants to report it. I'm ready. So come on. Hey, go on his shit and rate him 1 star. He's done.
He's gonna charge me $400.
He's not gonna charge you because we're gonna say he raped us. Period.
He has.
So watch him. The second he says he raped us,
But he has cameras though.
he doesn't have fucking cameras. We have cameras. I've been recording it this whole time. So he's done.
Kina, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll just pause. We'll just cancel.
Dumbass bitch. Said you can't light a cigarette in the rental.
It's okay. It's okay, Kina. It's okay.
Okay, you ready? I'm gonna request an Uber.
Yeah, it's okay, Kina. It's okay. It's okay. He didn't do anything. That's fine.
He did, cause he's done. The second
Kina,
he got
okay.
an attitude and said,
It's okay, Kina.
"Oh, it's on
Kina.
the Uber."
No, he.
Bye.
Kina,
Oh, okay. We're recording.
That is the insanity of women. This is why it's not that men don't want to believe women. It isn't. It's that men can't afford to believe women. Men can't. Because men know that women do lie. Now, I'm not saying that every woman lies. No, but here's the thing. You can lie and destroy a man's life. There are plenty of men that have been destroyed. Their lives have been destroyed thanks to the lies of women. Now, of course, there are plenty of terrible men. This is not, pick your victim. No. But this is why a lot of men cannot afford to trust, to just easily give trust to strangers, to people, because a lot of men have been ruined, okay, thanks to lies. So this is why you always have to have proof. The burden of proof. It's whether it's sad or not, because this is the thing where women have to understand it. Because you don't call out, okay? You don't call out. You don't really shame the bad apples. Men have to deal with them. Men have to deal with the bad apples. Men have to take account for the bad apples. It's just how it is. And same thing on the other side, okay? Men do understand that, that women have to be cautious against men. Men do that. Men understand that. Men understand that, women have to, women are, afraid of the creeps, or they hate the creeps, or whatever. Men understand that because women have to take into account of the bad apples. That's why men are not complaining, or men have changed where they're not approaching, because they understand that, women do have to take account of the bad apples. Women do get harassed. So good men, they listen, they take that to account. They know that women deal with bad men. So good men, they don't want to be included in it. So they understand women have to be cautious. Women have to understand that too. This is why men, they say that have to be proven. It's like they don't just blindly trust women accusations, because again, men have dealt it, men have heard it. So, video proof. This is the thing where I love today's day and age. pretty much anything you could say, okay, any argument, you have video proof of it. So